Leroy's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl walkthrough, part 29. So just as you're leaving the Veilstone City gym, Don is sitting out there waiting for you, and you can't leave the city yet. You've got one more thing to do. So apparently Team Galactic stole Don's Pokedex, so we gotta help her out before we can move on. And all of a sudden it's sunny outside, and I don't really know how that happened, but oh well. Yeah, you can't leave the city yet. You gotta do one more thing with Don, but before you go any further, you should probably heal up at the Pokemon Center. Especially after that long gym battle against Maylene. So, you're probably wondering where you should go next, but if you remember these Galactic grunts up here from right when we came into the city, well, they're the ones that took her Pokedex. And Don tells you the exact same thing, but this time she asks you if you want to help her battle. So, it's going to be a double battle with Don against Team Galactic. And you're probably wondering what kind of Pokemon Don's been raising up, and you finally get to figure out. So, pretty typical Galactic grunt battle, but this time, it's Beautifly and Dustox rather than the typical level 9 Wurmples. They actually bothered to evolve them this time, and they're level 25, and it might seem like, ooh, two fully level evolved, level 29 or 25 Pokemon, but it's really not too hard of a battle. Dawn has a Clefairy on her team, which isn't really the greatest. I think it knows like Metronome and Gravity. I'm not really sure what all of its other moves are, but it's pretty interesting to see what moves it uses with Metronome. A good thing about fighting with Dawn is they tend to hit her Pokemon, so it's like your Pokemon are protected because Clefairy's taking all the hits. Look, it just took 2 gusts. Meanwhile, I can just use Ember all I want. And yeah, there's that Gravity. So that's really only going to make a difference towards Beautifly because it's part flying type, so now you can hit it with ground moves. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And basically the only other move she will use is Metronome, which just actually gives a random move. I think it might also know something like, I don't know, Double Slap or Sing. I'm really not sure. If you want, you can actually attack Dawn's Clefairy, and that might seem like a crazy idea since it's on your team, but it actually might be better because she has some other Pokemon that are a bit stronger that might be a little more useful for the double battle. So, Clefairy has some pretty useful moves like Sing you just saw, and that can kind of get one of the Pokemon out of the way if it's asleep, which gives you some free shots. And we can take out Dustox with Ember. So, yeah, pretty typical battle here. And Fahrenheit's kind of catching up with the rest of the team now. Fire Spin. Now, Fire Spin, I know, seems like the big bad move if you saw Charizard using it in the anime, but really in the game, it's not that great of a move. I wouldn't really recommend it. Yeah, Fire Spin in the anime is like the strongest fire attack, I'm pretty sure, but in the game, it's not that great at all. Ember's better. And Clefairy's gonna be dumb and try to put something asleep that's already asleep. So unfortunately, Dawn's not the greatest or the most skilled battler. Then they have a Krogunk, and if Clefairy has been killed at this point, you might even be a little better off because Krogunk's ×4 weak to Psychic, and Dawn's other Pokemon is Kadabra, which knows Psybeam. So, and there's that Metronome I was talking about, so it just makes a completely random move. It's going to use Double Slap. And Double Slap, I guess it's not bad. I mean, she could get something like Earthquake that would kill me, too. And Double Slap hits 3 times. I'm not really sure how that's possible, but oh well. And luckily for me, they're deciding to only attack Clefairy, and Ponyta's just sitting here and haven't taken a hit all game. So, Kadabra, like I said a second ago, comes in, which is her second Pokemon, and he matches up nicely against Krogunk because it has Psychic, or Psybeam, which is going to knock it out pretty much every time. It also knows Reflect and Light Screen, which is really nice if you're having trouble in the battle, like you have weak Pokemon, like only like low 20s, and they're hitting you pretty hard. It can put up Reflect and Light Screen to weaken the opponent's attacks. And Psybeam will take out Krogunk, no problem. If you want to take out Kadabra, Kadabra's probably makes the best partners because of its nice defensive moves, but her other Pokemon will be the starter that she chose. So I chose Piplup, which means that my rival has Turtwig, so she has Chimchar. So the thing that you match up good against with your starter. So if you have the grass type, she'll have the water type. So that's how it works. The last Pokemon here is a Stunky, which really isn't too much of a problem in case it like poisons you or something, like it just did there with Toxic. So that's not fun. But fortunately, it's not the hardest to take out. But that poison's just really just annoying. And I really shouldn't have too much trouble in this battle from this point on, so I'll take out the Stunky, and well, we have defeated the Galactic Grunts and get some nice experience. Hey, we grew up 2 levels, so that was probably worth it, fighting those Galactic Grunts. It wasn't too much trouble at all. Yeah, down by 2 kids. How does that feel? 2 top crime organization members lose to 2 little 10-year-olds. That's gotta be embarrassing. So, you know, they could have just taken the Pokedex and ran off, but they just decided to give it to you, so yeah, I guess that's pretty nice. So they get all mad and run off, and Dawn, I guess, will thank you, because, you know, she couldn't do that herself, I guess, even though it's such an easy battle. And if you notice, a couple people mentioned Pastoria City. That's actually the city we will be heading to next. But before you get all eager and head over, take a look inside this building right here, because this is something you'll want to do. If you come over here, you can pick up the HM for Fly. And if you remember, we can use Fly outside of battle now that we have the Cobble badge. And you don't really need Fly, but it's really nice because you can get from city to city a little faster. So we'll make one last grueling trip to the Pokemon Center, and then we will work our way to Pastoria City.